Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts or my reactions to the Apple event, the Apple March event of 2022. So let's begin. Okay, so let me run you through a quick list of what Apple showed us in this event. So first off, we got Apple TV Plus trailers / movies, upcoming movies, nothing too interesting. Then we got introduced to the new color, green or Alpine green for the 13 Pro for the iPhone 13 range. Then we got introduced to the updated iPhone SE 3, which has the same design as last year, but has now ceramic shield, 5G, and the biggest update, A15 Bionic processor. Then Apple introduced us iPad Air 5, the new generation of the iPad Air, which also, like the iPhone SE, has the same design but new colors, blue, starlight, space gray, pink, and purple, I believe. And it has an M1 chip, which is actually quite good. And that's especially good considering what the price you get. So it starts from $600 with 64 gigabytes, and you get an M1 chip, which I think is a breakthrough, amazing deal. We gotta talk about the iPad Air. Then Apple moved on to the Macs and they introduced the new Mac. They introduced M1 Ultra, which is now their fastest processor in the M1 family and their last as well. And after that, Apple showed us where they're gonna be using the M1 Ultra with the Mac Studio, with additionally the new Display Studio. I believe that's what it's called. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on all these devices. So let's first start off with the new iPhone green. It's a nice color. It actually really reminds me of the midnight green I had on my iPhone 11 Pro. And it was a nice color, but it's nothing too special. We've seen Apple introducing new colors occasionally throughout the years for their phones. And now if you still haven't got an iPhone 13 or 13 Pro, you have now a new color to go along if you're still deciding what color to pick. And that's nothing too special. Let's talk about iPhone SE 3, which from a lot of rumors expected a new design. I was actually thinking they're gonna put an iPhone XR design on it, but that's not what happened. In case we still have the previous generation iPhone 8 design, same colors, same display. The only big difference is 5G and A15 Bionic processor, which is actually quite good if you think about it. Before, Apple used to put like their older processors in their budget phones. Now they give us the latest processor, but they still offer us the old design, and that's obviously to keep the cost down, which I don't really mind. I mean, as a budget iPhone and as a small compact iPhone, it'll work great. But obviously from the world of Androids, they have a better range for the price point. The iPhone SE starts for $430, and for that money you might find yourself a better Android phone which offers more than the iPhone SE does. But I don't think much people are gonna buy the iPhone SE, so it's cool that it has now the modern processor of Apple's latest iPhones. Anyways, let's now move on to the iPad Air, updated iPad Air. So with this one, I think Apple did it brilliantly. They gave it new colors, the design's still the same. They apparently made the Thunderbolt, the USB-C port faster, but I think it was Thunderbolt 3 before, wasn't it? But anyways, the big update with the iPad Air was the M1 chip, which is also offered in the MacBook Air and the iPad Pro. But now it's also offered in the iPad Air. So that is amazing, especially considering the price that Apple offers it at, which is $600. And if, I'm not sure, I haven't checked the Apple website yet, but if Apple still offers the iPad Pro 11-inch with the M1 processor, I would just say, go ahead, skip that and get the Air. Because it would be really weird if Apple offers the new updated iPad Air with the M1 and the 11-inch iPad Pro with the M1 processor, which equivalently has the same display. The big difference is 120 Hz. It's, I think, brighter by about 125 nits. It has the dual camera system with the LiDAR, but nobody cares about that, really. No one's gonna use the cameras on their iPad. The display difference isn't that much big, and the 120 hertz, I mean, I don't really crave for 120 hertz. So the iPad Air with the M1 processor is really an amazing deal. So I'm not sure if the iPad Pro 11-inch is still available to buy, but if it is, I'll just say skip the 11-inch iPad Pro and just get the Air. It's honestly a great value for money. Even though I don't have one yet, I'm pretty sure it will be amazing. Anyways, let's now talk about the big thing of the event, in my opinion, the Macs. So Apple introduced us the new Mac Studio, which is a big Mac Mini with the Apple's powerfulest silicon chip yet. The new M1 Ultra, which kind of they copied Samsung on that one, but doesn't matter. But that means you have two M1 Maxes coupled together with their new architecture called Ultra Fusion, I believe. And that means you get 20 core CPU and 64 core GPU. You can check out all the graphs on Apple's website, how fast it is, but the performance is amazing. To tell you how amazing it is, it can stream up to 18 streams of 8K ProRes video, which is just mind-blowing. Now, what interests me more though is the new Mac Studio display, or Studio Display, I don't know what it's called, which is a cheaper version of the Pro Display XDR. It starts at $1,599 or $1,600, and you get a 5K Retina display, 27 inches, with a webcam, and their best speaker system yet, the 6-speaker system, which is all powered by an A14 Bionic. This display has a processor in it, Apple's own Silicon A14 processor, and that is actually quite good. This is the display that we've all been waiting for, Apple's more cheaper option than the really expensive 6K Pro Display XDR. Now, at $1,600, it is pretty expensive, but for the specs you get, it might be worth it. It's, in terms of specs, it's pretty similar to my LG Ultrafine 5K display. It's got 5K, it's got 27 inches, although it's about 100 nits brighter. So yeah, still pretty similar. But yeah, that display is gonna be brilliant for those people who need just a simple display. They don't need that 6K Pro Display XDR. For those people who, edit video on it, they just need a display to make their maybe Mac notebook display larger, to have a bigger screen real estate. The Apple's new Mac Studio display is brilliant for that. Now, speaking about the Mac Studio's price, it starts from $3,000. I believe it starts from $2,000 for the M1 Max. If you want the M1 Ultra with 1TB and 64GB of unified memory, it will start from $4,000, which is a hefty price. But with Apple products, I'm not surprised. But yeah, guys, overall, my favorite product of this event probably is the Mac Studio Display, because it just offers a more modern design compared to my LG Ultrafine 5K display, which is, in terms of looks a bit aging now. This display offers a more modern design, a more cleaner and simpler design with a webcam, which is convenient, so you don't have to use your MacBook's webcam, and some nice speakers. So this event was pretty good in my opinion. Maybe could have been better, could have been more exciting, but at the same time, Apple really gave us an amazing array of products, especially with the M1 Ultra. But the interesting thing is, they did give us a spoiler or a hint, and a Mac Pro is gonna come in the future. Although with no new processors, I believe it's gonna have M1 Ultra, because Apple did state that the M1 Ultra is their last processor in the M1 family, unless it's gonna have an M2 processor, which is gonna be even faster. Mac Pro is on its way, probably around June when the WWDC event is gonna happen. Possibly with a new design, an M1 Ultra or M2 or something. But yeah, guys, overall, my thoughts are this was a good event. Not the best one, but it was good. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again in the next video.